Hello, everybody, and welcome. I am Bricker Boom. So, this is just a quick little update on things. The video that you're probably going to be getting for a week or two, just kind of depending on how much we break it up. I think it was only 2 hours, so probably just a week. Um, will be me, Ronifero, Soaptopus, and the baby rhino. Links will be down below. Talking about D&D. I started a podcast kind of style thing where me and some friends can talk about common pitfalls, things that we've seen, things that we've done, just to have a little bit of fun with it. So, I hope you enjoy. This will be the first of many. We'll be coming back in March. Depending on when this goes up, it may be up before then, it may be up after. I don't know the dates yet, just because we are still running through our regular video game rotation. But that'll be up. Ronifero and I are going to be doing a 12-hour charity stream with D&D info. A lot of D&D stuff is going to be coming down the pipes, just to be able to branch out from just the playthroughs. Tishy will be part of it. More Tish Noir, I should say. But yeah, just hope you enjoy it. I hope you all enjoy D&D, and if there's anything that you want to see us cover in the future, because like I said, this will be the first of many, just let us know. So, enjoy. Um, with that, I did want to say, to you guys, oh, what's
I
up?
was about to say, I do have actually one more question that somebody asked
Yeah,
me.
I love it. People
Uh,
are engaged.
I've never actually seen it before myself, but CJ in my chat was wondering people's opinions on Dimension 20. I've never seen it
I
myself.
have never seen it.
It's Dimension
Never
20.
seen it.
That's
Oh, okay, that's what I was hoping.
That's a group
I've
that-
seen it.
that's
Okay.
like Critical Role, isn't it? Like it's a group of people that play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the College Humor cast with Brandon Lee
Oh,
Mulligan.
I have watched that then.
I've only watched Fantasy High, which is the high school based adventure that they run.
Okay.
So
it's very comedy based. It's
yeah,
filled to the brim with homebrew and stuff. I think
Okay.
their classes are and like the rules that they follow are pretty
yeah.
by
Loose?
the book.
Oh, by the book.
I
Okay.
But I mean they're playing in a
Yeah.
high school setting, so it's
Right.
you know that tons of like
Yeah.
homebrew magic items and stuff like that. But the classes and races all seemed pretty by the book as far as I could tell.
Interesting.
yeah.
Minus
I
the
might have to actually give it a
flavoring of
chance.
things. Like one of them was like a corn cleric. So
A cleric of the
Sorry,
cob.
God damn it.
yeah, cleric of the cob. Yep. But like I said, it was very very humorous. It was a ton of fun watching.
Yeah.
I can't get into watching Critical Role because I just
I
can't
can't
stay
either.
engaged. But
I have
Dimension
never seen
20,
an episode of Critical Role.
so funny.
Yeah,
so funny.
I will say that like for me, Critical Role is the one that resonated the most with me, but that's mostly because the voice actors. I'm like, oh, she was from The Last of Us. He was from Full Metal Alchemist. He was from Naruto. Like, it was casts that I knew, and I think that's why I got drawn in. For people that like Dimension 20, Critical Role, things like that, I would say, by all means, please, like, if that's what you want to watch, do it, but also do not expect your DMs to be that level of voice actor or had that level
No.
of skill.
Unless Bricker Boom is your DM.
Well, I can't do voices that well, but okay, thank you.
Do I get inspiration for the next session?
Yes.
Yes!
But I will also say that keep in mind, if you say, oh, well, why can't you DM like Mercer? My response to you is probably going to be, why can't you roleplay like Sam Riegel?
Yeah.
It goes
that's a
both
fair
ways,
response.
yeah. Like, I love the shows. I'm glad that they have brought so much light to D&D, but please don't think that that's what a typical D&D session is like. We are not trained voice actors, and we don't get paid to sit around and think about this.
Right.
Right. And
Yeah.
even Mercer agrees. I've seen a video of him talking about the Mercer effect, and he agrees that Critical Role's done a good thing for exposure for D&D, but a bad thing for expectations. So he
Yes.
just tells you to tailor your expectations, because they are a full production as well.
Yeah.
Like, I know he writes
Yeah.
all the stuff, but I know he probably has writers helping him as well to make sure the story beats are
I'm
on
sure.
par.
Yeah,
It's
and...
like-
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, even my friend was saying right here, crit roll gives me ideas of how to play a character, how to do
Exactly.
things.
Yes.
Just don't expect it to be this level of game.
Exactly. Like, in watching Critical Role, Sam Riegel, his bard, Scanlan, would sing parody songs for inspiration because I enjoy singing, because I'm a show-off like that, apparently. I have taken that to
Would've
Sopo's
thought.
campaign, and last session, I sang a parody of the Wellerman song to give the cleric inspiration.
If you go to twitch.tv/soaptopus, go to my clips, you'll see one. You'll see Bricker Boom in character singing it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Shameless plug.
Yeah. And also,
Always
this
de-plugging.
this Sunday, if you want to watch me sing more parody songs, tune in to www.twitch.tv/brickerboom.
Soaptopus.
God, you're such a boomer. You still use WW.
Listen, online, you have to be really specific. I've worked in customer service for years. You have to be way too specific with people.
Not
Tell
with
me
this
I'm wrong.
generation.
Tell me I'm
Not
wrong.
with this you are wrong. Not with this generation.
No, you're
I
If
don't
you
wrong.
want to
even-
see a real
Disadvantage.
if you really want to see me prove my point here, just not this Sunday, but next Sunday, go to twitch.tv/Renefero to watch us play D&D.
Instructions unclear. I ended up at Pornhub. I'm sorry.
Oh wait,
That's
I'm
because
sorry.
you're-
Actually,
That's
I
your
don't think-
homepage.
I don't even think commercials like for medication for old folks include the www anymore.
Probably not, but it's fine.
Oh, we got a
fine.
special guest.
We do. Hello, person that I've never met before, and Kitty.
that's Aaron, my roommate.
Hello.
Hello, roommate.
Hi, roommate.
You're still in frame. You're still. There you go.
She-
No, she's gone.
She just
Did you? You run
there's
into
a
the
cat.
door?
she just Homer Simpsoned herself out of frame, and it was incredible.
It's actually fun too. She's never been into D&D big time, but she did in one of our campaigns long ago play an NPC of sorts.
Oh,
Sneaky.
nice.
I miss Sneaky so much.
Yeah, and for plot purposes, unfortunately, Sneaky ended up having to die.
Oh no.
She was killed.
So what
Murdered.
she's saying is
For
that
plot
the Raven
purposes.
Queen is going to bring
Bullshit.
Sneaky back to be a villain.
Bring Sneaky
That's
back
what
to
I-
be a
yes.
Oh man, that would have been good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Unfortunately,
take
that
this hat
campaign
as
fell
well.
apart.
Oh no.
That's-
Yeah, but she came back as a zombie. It was pretty cool.
Oh, see, there you go.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's
Never trust the
also
living, yeah.
another
That
thing-
checks out.
That checks out.
if you're wanting a campaign to work, discuss scheduling well before you start trying to actually plan the
Correct.
game. Because 99% of campaigns do not make it because of scheduling issues. I'm pretty sure Sopo, before we started, I think we spent 3 days talking about your off days versus mine and what day we can play. And Ronifero, before we started our campaign, I'm pretty sure we talked for me, you, and everybody else talked for a month deciding what days off and what weekend would work for everybody.
Yep, yep.
course.
And of course, schedules have changed since then, and we're still trying to work around it and trying to
Of
make sure we
course.
keep it alive because
That's
that's
the
it is
hardest
work.
part.
Yes.
That's another good topic we can have. How do you keep it consistent? How do you guys keep a game running?
So for me, I can go ahead and hop on that one. For me personally, I of course remind people every like Wednesday before the campaign. I'm like, hey, we are still playing this day and this time. The main thing though is just there are some DMs that'll do this. I don't necessarily agree with it. If you have a party of like mine, you have a party of 5, and one person misses, still run it. If 2 people miss it, maybe make it a short session. But then if 3 or more end up missing, that's when you can go ahead and cancel. I would say do not miss just because one person is unable to make it. We, as DMs, are very flexible. We can make an NPC to help you out if we don't have the character sheet. But do not be that player that if you know you're going to miss, wait to tell us until an hour before the session because we hate that.
Yeah.
Yep, and I'm still gonna run it.
The
Yeah.
only kind of exception I have is big climactic moments. You know, if one
Yes.
player misses, then yeah, we'll probably cancel.
We did that
But-
when Ronifero's daughter had COVID. We were going to fight a demigod. Or no, this was the paladin battle. And it was like one of the last battles of the campaign. It was the last big battle of the storyline, I'm like, I'm just gonna go ahead and push it back. Partially because he's my painter, and I need to be able to see him to get the figurine, and I can't
also
do
had the
that.
figurine.
Exactly. But
I didn't give it
also,
to you yet.
yeah, but also, I don't want you to miss it. And in all honesty, if you have 3 or more people, Lady Bricker is suggesting this, just do an RP session. If you're not in the middle of battle,
Mhm.
just make it a strict RP session. Throw a friggin' carnival and have people play games, and then when the player that missed comes back, you can tell them about all the cool shit that you won.
Or have a
Yeah.
beach episode.
Yeah,
That's what I was
anime
just
beach
about to
episode.
say.
Weren't we just in the frozen tundra? Doesn't matter, beach.
Yep. Yep,
Well, I mean,
Magnificent
come on.
Mansion door popped up.
Hot-
Y'all had a
hot
diving
spring.
contest. Yeah, it's
Yep,
fine.
Yep.
Yeah, just make it a filler episode.
So
I know.
before we end this, I do have somebody,
Brother,
a
I will
viewer,
love the shit out
who's
of
made. That was fantastic. Has made 2 familiars that they wanted us to go ahead and discuss. We were talking about homebrew a little while ago,
Yeah.
so it kind of fits. The first thing that they made was an ale air elemental, not air, ale elemental.
Like the alcohol.
yes,
Okay,
like the alcohol.
just making
Blues
sure.
Elemental. I love it.
I'm like, I
Yes,
don't know
a
if
blues
that's
elemental.
that's a Midwestern accent that I may not understand,
No.
even though I've lived here
No.
my entire life.
Nope, and it was a drunk ranger that had that pet ale elemental, which is just
That's great.
It's so mean to the drunk.
I
ranger.
think that's hilarious.
The second one they wanted to bring to our attention would be, let me find it again. Oh yeah, a tiny sized dragon made out of pudding that loved to eat custard.
That's fucking adorable. That's like a Disney movie.
That's like Adventure Time shit right
That
there. I
Yeah.
love
is
it.
super good for like a warlock with a great old patron of slime, Jubilex or something.
Yes, that'd be
Or a
awesome.
sorcerer who calls himself the sorcerer.
Yeah, I guess.
He took the gourmand feat and he actually created this familiar by accidentally putting chemical X in his pudding.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
God.
I mean, it's probably gonna mostly mechanically be the same as like a pseudo dragon in that instance, or the water elemental with maybe a con check to fight,
Not get drunk.
be drunk. But yeah, no, that stuff's great.
What is your guys' favorite creations you ever made then? As a monster, like a homebrew monster. I'll go with mine first. My favorite homebrew monster would have to be the it was like this giant lizard that was made out of completely made out of metal, that was all like magnetized, and it had these big old pus filled pustules of acid. So whenever somebody hit them, it would pop and it would just like give them damage just for hitting them. And then eventually started dragging the acid around the battlefield. So if you stood in the acid, you'd take even more damage.
That thing was disgusting, by the way.
Yeah, it had a chance to take your weapons too because it was magnetic.
I think
It was cool.
my favorite, it's not necessarily something I created, but my favorite thing that I've ever done to a monster, because let's be honest, a party of 6 is going to decimate a regular dragon. So I typically give the dragon 1 level 9 spell, 1 level 8, and just basically make them have casting abilities. But my favorite thing that I have done was I put a dragon in a full suit of armor, making its 22 AC a 26. And the paladin walks up all big and bad. He's like, that's a 23. I'm like, that still misses.
Yep. I haven't experimented as much with homebrewing monsters and stuff. I've done some sillier things. Probably my favorite thing was, and I've talked to Renifero about this in one of his streams, the Kobold Labor Union.
Oh my god.
It's lovely.
That sounds incredible.
Their main representative was literally 3 kobolds in a trench coat.
I love that.
And
Doing business things.
they fought for equal rights and labor and stuff for kobolds.
Well, JG Coldbald 877 cash now.
Oh my god, what a
No settlement and I need cash now.
Well, JG Coldbald 877 cash now.
877 cash now.
Oh, I'm
incredible.
sorry, everybody.
Anybody in the Midwest, I know we're giving you flashbacks.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
No, the worst part is I used to live there. I used to live in Chicago, and now I live in Jersey. and I still remember these.
Still, yep.
Yep.
God damn.
That's-
Hey,
that's
he did a
definitely
good job.
callback.
He
First
did.
one stuck with us.
I
Yeah.
as a closing, because I know that this is beyond the 2 hours. Shocker. That we
no.
said that it would be.
Called it.
I want to ask.
There, we got through all of our stuff.
We
though.
did. What is everybody's least favorite and most favorite spell and it doesn't matter as a DM or as a player, because my least favorite that people use is either animate objects or banishment. My favorite, even though it has no battle utility whatsoever, is prestidigitation.
Wonder who used all three of those
Yeah,
spells.
can't fucking imagine. Ronifero.
I wonder who would dual cast banishment.
Ah, so many
Uh,
words.
That's just a rude thing to do. Why would you do such a thing?
Twin
'Cause
casting
he's a
banishment is
jerk.
so fucking good.
It is.
But yeah, what are you
Um,
guys? What are your favorite and least favorite?
Animate objects is probably my least favorite.
Good.
Wow.
At least, especially when doing it on like 10 little things for coins, for kind of the same reason as summoning a bunch of animals. It just takes so long for action economy. It bogs down combat.
I
I
had-
love this. Flavorfully, the
Yeah.
spell's great.
I had when he kept doing it because he's a dick.
That was the very first time because I knew that was going to be a problem.
Yeah, I just have them do one roll, and if it's a nat 20, I'm sorry, it's a nat 20. If it's a nat 1, sorry, they all miss. Like, it just, you cannot be
Okay.
expected to roll so many things. That's why for, like, monsters, if it's the same monster, I'll even sometimes do all 3 saving throws with just one roll, and if they all succeed, they all succeed. If they all fail, they all fail.
What I did was I looked up swarm tactics for those tiny objects, and it makes sense for those to
Oh,
be in a
yeah.
swarm, and
That
that's
makes
how we did
sense.
it. It made them a little bit stronger because if they hit, they all fucking hit. So it's gonna slap the fuck out of anything it hits.
Mhm.
But if it misses, they all fucking miss as well. So it's
Yeah.
kind of exactly what he was just talking about.
Yeah, it's a catch-22.
Yeah.
What's your favorite, then? Oh, no.
I was gonna say, who'd you direct that one towards?
Healing
That's
word.
Sobo.
My favorite spell. I don't know. I'm a big fan of Prestidigitation, Druidcraft, and Thermatology.
Druidcraft is fun.
You really can't go wrong with those spells because it gives you freedom of
Yeah,
creativity
it's
to do.
such a wide utility spell.
If your DM's cool, I'm a big fan of illusion spells.
Those can
I
be
ha-
fun.
I hate when an illusion spell just like auto fails.
See,
Um,
that's the thing. I'm like, I'll probably want you to do like a low-key performance check depending on what you're wanting this to do, or if you're not a charisma-based character, maybe a wisdom or arcana, some sort of check just to flavor it a little bit better to see how well
Mhm.
it does. But yeah, like, you should not, unless you have true sight, you should not be able to see through every single illusion 100% of the time. One of them has to get you.
I'm a big fan of Banishment though.
Fuck off.
My best
Runifero!
one of my favorite characters I played was a teleportation based. Like I took Misty Step, Thunder Step. I took every single teleport spell I possibly could, and I flavored it as teleporting through different planes.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm sending you to this plane that I've totally been to.
Tybalt just kept banishing people that just irritated him slightly, and usually it was the gnome. He was like, you know what? Banish.
Banish.
And it, 9 times out of 10, it worked because Tybalt was busted and had like a 22 DC save.
Oh yeah, plus
Oh
also
my
it's
god.
Yeah,
it's
he
a
was
charisma save
busted.
for banishment. I don't know why it's a charisma save,
Wait,
but
what?
it is. Yeah, it's a charisma
I would
save.
think Constitution, personally.
The only people who could pass that is myself and the paladin. That's it.
Yeah.
That's really fucking funny.
Especially because I eventually got to be a dickhead where I would heighten my spell, so you'd get disadvantage on your roll against it.
Oh, I'm sorry. My
Rude.
favorite spell is Fireball.
Oh, that makes sense. That checks
Yeah.
out.
Fireball.
What about
expect
you,
that, you would say.
Runifero? What do you prefer and dislike?
I think this one actually will surprise you because we've never discussed this before. My least favorite spell in the absolute whole part of the game, find traps.
No, we've discussed that, and I agree.
Bad spell.
It is
Bad spell.
such a
bad-
terrible spell. It does nothing.
I
I feel bad when I see people use it because looking at it, yeah, that sounds great. Being able to see all the traps, it's wonderful. But you don't. It just tells your DM just goes, yeah, there's traps, or no, there's not traps. That's it.
I would probably do like there's a trap in this area, but you have to roll a perception check, and I would bring the DC down some to find it. But the thing is, just because you found the trap doesn't mean you know how to sidestep it or disarm it.
Sure, if it was a cantrip, this is a level I think 2 spell.
Oh my
it's a level
god!
2
What the?
spell.
Is it
It's
really?
It's a level 2 spell. It's not a cantrip. If it's a cantrip, that's fine. That's not a
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's not. It's a level 2 spell. You're actually wasting a good resource for something that's not doing anything for you.
Isn't that
Yeah.
also there's one
That's a good
that's
point.
True
That's my
Strike, I think
worst-
it is.
Which one?
True
True
Strike, you
Strike,
have to spend an
yeah.
action just to get advantage on the
Nope.
next roll, and it's only the next roll.
It's the next
Yeah.
attack next
Yeah, it's
round.
next attack. Yeah, next round. So, and that's a level 1 concentration spell. That is.
That's a cantrip.
It
is
is
it
a cantrip.
Oh,
It's a
okay. I
cantrip.
thought that it was a level 1. That's my bad.
No.
It's still useless though.
It is
In
a
order to-
concentration spell.
Yeah,
though.
which
Yeah.
concentration cantrip does not make any sense to me.
It's
Especially not one like that.
Yeah.
Especially because it fell so hard. That's my second least favorite spell because it fell so hard. It used to be so good. It was like add 10 to your roll. That's amazing.
Yeah. Or
I didn't think of worst least favorite spells in that regard. Yeah, those two.
yeah.
If I had to think of the most frustrating, Goodberry.
Goodberry,
I
yeah.
have no reason to hate it, but I fucking hate Goodberry. I'm a DM.
Yeah,
gonna
you
lie.
hate Goodberry.
Free food.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's stupid. You're eating nothing but berries. You're gonna get the shits.
I
Listen,
threw myself
that could be a good
party.
attack.
I threw myself a party when I realized on Sunday no one in the group has Goodberry. I danced, I drank, I got confetti cannons, and I blew them.
It was a mess.
There ain't no good berry.
Yeah, because it has survival elements and isolation, and like food resources gonna be a part of it, and it's like Goodberry just like.
And guess who's multi-classing into Druid?
Yeah.
Gotta get that good berry.
Yep. What about
gotta give
you,
you
Rhino?
I gotta give you
Oh
a
yeah,
bonus
that's
for
right.
something.
My bad.
Goodberry shit.
It's gonna be something like Banishment because he's dumb.
Banishment is great. Don't get me wrong.
It is, but you know what? Honestly, because it came in really clutch a couple times for me. One spell that I like a lot is actually Spike Growth.
Yeah.
I
I've
could see
used
that. Yeah.
I've never used it.
That's a great
I
one.
ended up using it in a campaign just the other day, or just the other week. 2 weeks ago? Yeah, that's what it was. 2 weeks ago. Because we were basically in a cave tunnel. I'll just cast Spike Growth down this tunnel as the monster is charging towards us. I almost killed the thing because of Spike Growth.
That's dumb, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
It was just clever tactical use, and then another monster appeared behind us and almost wrecked us.
Well,
Dude.
that's fine. That's when the DM went.
It
This was way too easy. There's another one.
No, it shadowed jutsu and said nothing personal, kid.
Personnel, kid.
So my favorite spell, I think, and it's not overpowered, it's not busted, it's just a fun spell. Catapult. Power word yeet is so much
Yeah,
fun.
Power Word
yeah.
Yeet is a lot of
Because
fun.
the
I've
way that it,
never truly
never
seen
used
it in action. No.
the way it works, I think it's a level 1 spell. You can hurl anything that's like 10 pounds, and it does a significant amount of damage. It's like 2d6 for a level 1 spell. Pretty good. But if you miss the first target, it specifies that it keeps going. So if there's anybody behind them, they can get hit by it instead.
I didn't know that it said
Yeah.
that, and I love
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
Can I
It's
learn
so
that as a bard? Catapult.
Catapult?
I think Catapult is a bard
5e. I'm
it's an
double
artificer
checking.
spell. I know
Yeah.
that for sure.
I'm double
there's-
checking right
it's
now
actually
because that sounds
Really funny you mentioned
amazing.
that because early in one of my campaigns, we were having a fight with this changeling, and we were all saying, "Don't kill him! Don't kill him! We're just going to knock him out." My friend used catapult without thinking about the fact that you're literally
Yep.
yeeting a stool through the air.
I
That thing's
can't.
going to kill you.
Bard cannot use.
Well, Bardic secrets, or what bar did you go?
I haven't yet. I was probably gonna go either knowledge or valor.
Non-lethal stool hit. It's not non-lethal. Yeet a stool.
Power word yeet.
Unless its
Oh.
stool is in the poop version, that's non-lethal.
Yeah.
So,
And even that,
Gross,
let's be
dude.
honest, it's just a slow death. Righto, though, what's your least
Oh, God.
favorites?
I don't know if I have a least favorite at the moment, just because a lot of the ones you guys mentioned, yeah, there's a lot of useless spells out
Yeah,
there,
there
and
are.
I look at it, I'll read them, I'm like, why would I ever take this spell? Even
Yeah.
one spell like Web, I actually used once because it's like, oh fuck, I actually have a situation where I can use this. It's not completely useless.
Yep.
What web? Web
Web.
is
Yeah,
weird because
it
in
is.
some like the very first editions of 5e, it's not a concentration spell, which that makes it so fucking useful. And in later editions, it is a concentration spell. So I don't know where it actually falls on the line.
What was the
If
s-
it's if it's
uh,
concentration, it's not good. Use
yeah?
entangle, way better.
What's the spell
Yeah.
that we just got rid of for Al? Do you remember?
Crown of Madness.
Yeah, Crown of Madness. That is kind of a shitty spell now that I've like done it because at first I thought that it was like a regular concentration spell. You cast it, they can't do anything, and then you go about your way. You just can't do another concentration spell. No. Crown of Madness, you have to spend your entire turn concentrating on this spell, and they may not even attack their party. They may do nothing the next turn. It is kind of a useless and shitty spell that we didn't know for the past 6 months. We've essentially been playing incorrectly.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
useless.
never looked into that.
On the surface, Crown of Madness looks really good.
Yeah.
But if you don't
Yeah.
use your spell to control that person, it breaks the spell immediately. They're done.
Yeah, then what's the
And
point
that's
of
your
Crown of Madness?
My sorcerer was my fairy sorcerer was doing all the charms, and I'm like, yeah, Crown of Madness is gonna be great. I used it once. I'm like, oh
Yep. It's kind of useless.
it made me feel bad.
Yeah. But, all right.
Yep, I haven't thought about that in a long time. That was like level 1 or 2.
Yeah,
get one of those
it's
spells
pretty
here.
good.
it's kind of
look at.
useless.
Yeah.
So
One
spells
last
you look
note.
at and like, why? Why would I do this?
One last note that someone wanted to go ahead and have me
Oh, yeah.
or have me mention is that they did a theme campaign that was centered around the Scooby Doo gang, and all the player characters were the
I
monsters.
love it.
That's
Oh,
awesome. Wait,
the
has
players were
anybody
the
done-
monsters.
Yes, they were the monsters.
I love that.
Has
that's
anybody done
clever.
a theme campaign like that?
I have not, though this Halloween, I've been kind of setting it up. Well, I guess we kind of did do one with the Christmas characters with the D&D one-shot, but this Halloween I want to do a themed one where you are, and I haven't decided what I want to make the people playing as, but I'm thinking about making it so you are the monster or the murderer from various different horror movies, trying to
Ooh.
bust into this cabin to kill the teenagers, but they kind of have the Kevin McAllister prep time where they've set traps, or they're not your average teens that are going to go down after one hit kind of thing.
Yeah, you
I
talked to
kinda
me
like
about that.
that
We
idea.
almost did that. That's
Yeah,
a
I
great
just
idea
didn't
for a
have enough
one-shot.
time to prep it was the only issue.
That's a good one. I
Mhm.
like that idea.
What about you guys? Have you guys ever done a theme or anything?
Not yet.
Unfortunately,
Although,
no.
if I wasn't gonna miss this one shot, it was probably gonna end up being a kobold one shot, doing kobold shit essentially.
Kobolds in a
loved to
trench
do
coat.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. I also got my friend here who she's been making and editing all of our campaigns into YouTube videos.
Nice.
If anybody, would you guys be interested in seeing them?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
of course.
sure.
Absolutely. I mean, I would have to ask her and see if I can't get her to put it into a playlist and make them maybe public because they're currently unlisted. But that's all up to
Yeah.
her too. She wants to let them out and have you
Yeah,
guys see it,
if
too.
that's something, definitely drop it into the self promo as well.
Yeah.
If you get the
Yeah, feel free to
access,
pop it into my Discord and putting
Yeah.
it there too.
because
Love to have
I
Alright.
think that would be a lot of fun.
Oh, they are in a playlist. Never mind.
it. Ooh, way ahead of you.
It's unlisted. That's all it is.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
I
Mm-hmm.
love watching that kind of stuff.
Me too. And
Yeah,
also,
especially
it's
for
one more
people I
DM I can
know.
steal from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're gonna definitely
Yeah.
steal shamelessly.
Yeah.
duh.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that DMs steal from other DMs? Don't look around like that.
Oh no, I directly steal. The
Yeah,
only person I don't steal from is from Bricker because it'd be way too obvious.
and same with Ronifero.
Right.
If you're cool,
Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. We will try to set this up again. I'd like to do something like this like once a month, maybe twice a month, depending on how things go.
I think we should do, just if you don't mind, a quick round of outros.
Yeah,
Before you
for
get out?
sure. That's a great idea. I love it. Ronifero, because you're dancing, I think he should go first.
They're little hearts, see?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
My wife
Wow,
showed
I'm
me this.
uncoordinated. Never mind.
Yeah. Like, can you show us again? Like how do?
Little thumbs. It's your thumbs.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there
I'm
you
suddenly
go.
coordinated.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
I like
Trigger's
how
over here like,
yeah, I
what's
like
going
how a
on?
group of 30-plus-year-old men are like, look at my fucking hand right now.
Just in case anybody has missed it, my name is Renefero. I will continue to play after this. I'll be doing God of War for a couple of hours. I think we're going to complete it. We're getting really close, and we got like 2 hours, so I think we'll be good on that. If you want to hang out, come on, pop in, give me a follow. Love to have you here.
I'm Soaptopus. Find me on Twitch. I do the video games and the D&D.
It's incredible.
Every other Sunday. I only stream every other week because of work, but
That's fair.
sucks. I
Work always
know.
sucks.
work does suck. But
Stop your. I can't say stop your singing. You're always gonna sing.
It's true. Baby
Uh,
Rhino.
But yeah, I am the Baby Rhino on. You can find me on Twitch at the. I gotta make sure to say this right. The _ Baby Rhino, because I can't get rid of that underscore to save my fucking life. Hate it. I hate that. I generally am streaming Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 to about 10 Eastern time. And I play high varieties. Especially this Friday is gonna be a fun time. I can't wait.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna be doing Dead by Daylight, but we're doing a very specific thing where there's an achievement to escape with no perks
Oh
and to
shit.
finish a generator.
Get
We're-
down, Mr. President!
He actually threw something at me too. It's gonna be a Get Down, Mr. President stream. Like, all 3 of us are gonna have perks, save the one person's life, get them out. It's all about just getting that person out
For the king, basically.
for the
Yeah.
king.
Love it.
nice.
Okay,
Fun.
so I will be streaming that day as well. I think Bricker Boom is leaving me on that Friday. Is that correct? This Friday?
No, I actually, as of right now, I don't have anything planned for this Friday. Did I? I don't even. I just put games with friends in parentheses, probably. Because I don't have any idea what we're possibly doing tomorrow, if anything.
So I want to crash your party, and I'm sure Bricker does as well. If you have any room, let us know.
Yeah, for sure.
That sounds like a great time.
Yeah.
People got Dead by Daylight, they're always free to join.
Cool. Well then, I mean, if you're cool with waiting, well, I mean, obviously you can stream and play before then, but I can join after 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Sounds good. We'll see
Cool.
what happens.
Well, I am Bricker Boom, variety streamer. I'll be continuing after this, playing some Stardew Valley just to kind of hang out and chat with you guys. I will also make sure to upload all of this to YouTube. It'll probably be like a 4-part series, just kind of divvying up between some of the questions. And then, of course, their wonderful links will be down below for those watching on YouTube in the future. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, there'll definitely be a lot more of this coming. So, until next time, everybody, peace out.
Cleric of the
Sorry,
Cob.
God damn it.
Yeah, Cleric of the Cob. Yeah.